Howdy folks, hope you're all having a fantastic weekend, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So, somebody is helping themselves to the King's Silver, which is a hanging offence. We suspect the Royal Mint Master, Vavak, but we lack the necessary proof. We know it has to be an inside job because nobody's reported any of the silver being stolen. And we probably wouldn't have known that the silver was going missing in the first place if they hadn't been so greedy and been helping themselves to a full 10% of the mine's output. We've managed to get a confession already from the ore merchant, Herman the German, and the next link in the chain, hopefully leading to the Royal Mint Master Vavak, seems to be this guy, Foreman Fett. I really hope his first name's Bobber.
A word, Foreman.
Who are you, and what do you want?
I'm Henry, but that's not important. Sir Christian sent me. I need to discuss a delicate matter with you.
Don't tell me one of the yakkers shat all over the outhouse in the yard again.
I'm afraid it's a little worse than that. We found some discrepancies in the mine book.
Let Sir Christian handle it then. They're his books, and his responsibility too.
But you're the one counting the corves of ore.
Your point being?
I learned that the miners extracted no less than 100 corves on the Feast of St. Petronilla, but the mine book says 90.
Do you think the yakkers know how to count? They're blockheads, and they like to show off. I'm sure they just exaggerated. Anyway, what's it to you? Did the steward send you to snoop around? Don't you know? I work for Vavak, the mint master himself. I'm under his protection.
Aye, there's no point in denying it. Herman told me everything.
Bloody snitch.
And I guarantee Vavak would throw him under the bus in a second to save his own neck.
You have nothing to fear. You're under my protection, and nothing will happen to you. I'll deal with anyone who wants to harm you. Believe me.
Wait, I'll tell you what I know. As soon as I was made head gaffer, Amara, who works at the smelting works in Grund, came to me. He said someone wanted to talk to me. One of them. So I met this fella in the tavern in Grund, and he told me how it all works. How to cook the books like. He told me the trick was not to report some of the extracted ore, and transport it secretly to the smelters, along with the rest. He made it very clear if I didn't play along, I could have an accident. There was nothing I could do.
Who was that fella from the smelter who came to you?
He never told me his name, even when I asked. He's a tall bloke, stocky, pockmarked. I don't scare easy, but this bloke was reet terrifying.
How long has this been going on?
For some time now, definitely. I heard even former head gaffer Kircher was in on it too.
Where can I find him?
You can't ask Kircher any questions. He fell down a shaft. They say he was drunk, but I don't think it was an accident.
Maybe he started getting too greedy.
Who pays you on the side? You have to pay the miners for what they actually extracted.
I get the extra chink from the smelting works. It's enough for the yakkers and for Herman.
Do you think the mint master, Ulrich Vavak, is behind this?
I don't know. I've got naught bad to say about Vavak. He treats me canny whenever he shows up. He says if Christian gives us hassle, he'd sooner replace him than me. He really said that. The mint master himself.
All right. Just carry on as if nothing's happened. No one must find out we know about the fraud. Christian won't give you any trouble, nor will anyone else. Is that clear?
Clear as a bell, Mara. I'll be silent as the grave.
Okay, so the switch seems to be happening higher up the feeding chain at the smelting works rather than here at the mine. Whoever's paying off Foreman Fett is working at the smelter. And Henry did raise a good point there actually, because the miners are paid for 100% of the ore that they mine, and the ore merchant is paying for 100% of the ore that is being bought, but only 90% of it is actually making it to the smelter. So somebody at the smelter is coughing up for the difference to the miners and the ore merchant. Speak to Christian, maybe he's got some idea about how I could follow the money back to the smelting works.
I talked to Fett and Herman.
And? Did they confess?
They did. I mean, I made them. It's just as we thought. The trail leads to the smelting works.
Did you tell them to keep quiet and act as if nothing's happening?
I did.
Let's see what we've got so far. Those 10 unreported corves leave for the smelting works from here. If silver's going missing, that's where it must be happening. You'll have to go and look around and talk to the owner, Buresh. I reckon that'll be tricky, though.
How so?
Buresh is a very cautious and clever man. I reckon he won't be happy to have someone snooping around his property. But he's the only one who can give you permission to walk round the smelting works without the guards bothering you.
Something like your letter of safe conduct. How can I persuade him to give me one?
Like I said, it won't be easy. Nevertheless, I found a way you could gain his trust, at least a little. You'll pretend to be a nobleman interested in buying some smelting works, who'd like to get a closer look at his operation.
A nobleman this time, then.
But be careful. Buresh won't be as easily fooled as the simple pitman here. You'll have to dress like a real nobleman. That means no plate armor, or, God forbid, bloody rags. But listen, don't carry a weapon. Buresh has a morbid fear of someone threatening him. That's why he has a bodyguard with him at all times. You must come to him dressed to the nines and act impeccably, so as not to arouse the slightest suspicion. In short, be charismatic. As charismatic as you can manage.
Oh, I think I can manage.
What else should I know about the smelting works before I go?
In the smelting works, ore from the mines is crushed, ground, and then smelted. They extract silver along with all sorts of other materials from it. Then they give part of the silver to the king for the minting of groschen and sell off the rest, along with the other materials, to craftsmen.
What should I know about this Buresh before I talk to him?
He's the slyest fox of them all. He comes from somewhere in Moravia, and he moved to Kuttenberg a few years ago. He started to prosper soon after, and not even Sigismund's arrival stopped him. He quickly joined his side. Now he's doing better and better. But whether that means he's involved in something shady, who knows?
I got it. I'm ready to go.
Here, I've written you a letter of introduction to take with you and give to Buresh. I reckon he won't be thrilled, but he won't turn you down. Ask him discreetly, in passing, how many corves he took from our mines on the feast of Saint Petronilla. If my guess is correct, it should be 90. It still doesn't prove anything, but at least it'll give us a clue. You could get something out of the workers. One of them is bound to know something. When you're in the smelting works, keep your eyes peeled. I'm sure something is going on there. Good luck, Henry.
Yeah, it's a good point. Because according to Herman the German's books, 100 corves... Oh, by the way, I didn't actually know this. Somebody clarified it for me in the comments of the previous video. A corve is a wagon load of whatever is in the wagon. In this case, silver ore. That's 10 entire wagon loads had gone missing on a single day. I mean, that's just how greedy these guys are getting. But if Herman's books are saying that 100 corves were sent to the smelter on the feast of Saint Petronilla, if Buresh's books are saying, yep, we received 100, and we can confirm with somebody working at the smelting works that 100 were in fact received, then we know that the theft is happening after they arrive at the smelting works. On the other hand, if Buresh's books are saying that only 90 were received, and an investigation of the smelting works reveals that actually 100 were received, then we know that Buresh has his finger in the pie. But if the books at the smelting works say, yep, 90 were received, then we know that somebody thieved them before they got to the smelting works. So either way, we need to pay a visit to the smelting works in Grund, which thankfully is just, well, it's right next door. I'm not too sure I want to confront this Buresh guy directly.
Quick! Whoa! Whoa!
I mean, things could get complicated very fast here. Apparently I'm going to need his permission to start poking around the smelting works directly. And I have a cover story ready for that, but it's going to require finessing this guy. Which I'm reasonably confident I can do, but, well, I mean, you know, you heard Christian, the guy's paranoid apparently. He won't allow anybody near him who's armed. And if it all goes wrong, and he does have bodyguards, and I'm unarmed and unarmoured because I'm trying to pass myself off as a nobleman interested in buying a smelter, yeah. On the other hand, I do need his permission to poke my nose around. At least, officially. There's no reason why I can't do it unofficially. And if he doesn't know that I'm here, asking questions, he can't stop me, can he? As long as I'm not wandering around trying to stick my nose into any areas that are actually under guard because they contain either silver ore or silver coins or silver being processed,
God give you health, sir.
I should be alright.
What does your job actually entail?
You mean smelting? Well, in the scrusher, we scrush the ore brought from the mound and chuck it in the furnace. Then we shovel charcoal in till the stone gets proper roasting and leaks all the metal that was hidden inside. We do that ore and ore in other furnaces till we get pure silver out of the ore.
How do you like working in the smelter?
I can't complain at all, sir. We get a nice pile of chink from the yield, and we're dry and warm.
What can you tell me about Master Buresh?
I can't complain about him, sir. He's an honest bloke, and he pays us well. From what I've heard from the other smelters, it's a lot worse elsewhere, like.
Have you noticed anything suspicious around here?
Nothing at all. I graft all day, no time for looking around.
Well, anything suspicious other than me asking all these questions?
Does any silver go missing from here?
Yeah, in our smelter, that would mean some of our lads are involved in. You get the rope for that. Look, Sonny, I don't want anything to do with this. Have a chat with Shima over there. He's not afraid of anything.
Oh, that sounds like a lead to me. He got very, very nervous when I asked him if any silver was going missing. He didn't say there was, but he didn't say there wasn't either. He told me to go and speak to this Shimmer fella who's not afraid of talking to anybody, apparently. So I don't know what or who this Shimmer guy is, but it sounds like it's somebody I need to talk to.
My humble respects.
That wasn't Shimmer. You're not Shimmer. Who the hell is Shimmer? What kind of name is Shimmer? It doesn't sound like any Czech name I've ever heard of. I mean, what do I know? It's not like I'm a walking, talking encyclopedia on Czech names. He's not even necessarily a Czech. I mean, there's plenty of Germans and Poles and all sorts around this area. Oh, that's interesting. Because it's not saying... I mean, it hasn't updated the quest objective to say find and talk to this Shimmer fella. It's still saying look around the smelter. But, I mean, what do you mean, the smelter? Which one? The whole area is covered in smelters. And there's a big old search area, so I could be looking for quite some time. Or I could just go to Buresh and introduce myself, but I'm not really sure I want to do that. I don't want him to know that I'm poking around unless I absolutely have to. The only problem here is I think that...
Good to see ya.
Yeah, that guard...
Greetings, Master Guard.
That's the main smelter, I think, at least where they smelt the silver. Which would make sense. I mean, all these random smelters scattered around the place, they're not going to be processing anything as valuable as silver there. They'll be doing copper and iron and all that sort of stuff. The problem is I'm definitely going to need Buresh's permission to go in there, which is why the whole place is under guard. Well, I mean, that's technically true, but it also isn't. I don't necessarily need his permission. I'll need his permission to go in there without getting arrested, if anybody sees me do it. So I could just wait until after dark and let myself in and have a poke around. I think I'm going to give that a shot. So I just set myself up with a place to stay at the inn, and then I waited until after dark. So what's in here that's so important they have a guard on it when the gate's unlocked? And also, why can't I get through the gate? That's not the only way in, surely. There's another gate at the back, but I can't open that one either. Can I make... no. Oh, that's weird. Is this one of those locations that you can only actually open and gain access to as part of a quest? Because there's a gate at the front and there's a gate at the back, but neither of them can be interacted with. And I mean, there are these culverts, but I can't do anything to get in through those either. So, putting my gamer hat on for the moment, this is either one of those quest locations where you can only actually get access to it if you're on a certain part of a quest, which I really hate when games developers do that. But I don't really think that's the case, because they don't do that sort of thing in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I mean, it looked important. It was certainly important enough for them to have a guard on the gate during the day, but then The gate itself isn't actually a gate. You can't get in. So either it is one of those annoying quest locations where, for example, in order to get in, first I have to speak to this Baresh guy, and then I have to pass a bunch of conversation checks, and then I get a letter of safe conduct from him, which allows me to wander around and poke my nose into places like that without being arrested by the guards. Or there's actually nothing there, and I'm looking in the complete wrong place. I suspect it's probably I'm just looking in the complete wrong place. Oh,
No business here.
hang on. That was Shimmer. But I'm not supposed to be in here. Yeah. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to disturb anybody. There we go. Look, I'm holding a torch.
That's it. Go now.
It's fine. Look, I'm holding a torch. I'm a perfectly legal, law-abiding citizen. I wasn't going to rob you or anything. Honestly, actually, I wasn't going to rob them. But I found Shimmer. I mean, that wasn't him. The one that came out and told me to clear off. That wasn't Shimmer. But there's 3 of them sleeping in there, and Shimmer was one of them. He's the guy I need to speak to. Let me put my sweet-talking fancy clothes on. There we go. 30 charisma. It doesn't get any higher. Let's wait till morning and catch this Shimmer guy before he goes to work. Hopefully. Shit. I think I underestimated just exactly how early these guys get up and go to work. Alright, he can't be too far from here. I've got to work in one of these smelters, not too far from where he sleeps. So that's not him. Wait, he's not still in there, is he? Oh, there he is.
Are you the fella they call Shima?
And who are you?
I don't want to go dropping any names that he might react badly to.
I'm Henry.
Pleased to meet you. Why are you here, Henry?
I'm interested in the operations of the smelter.
What would you like to know?
I really don't want a smelting lesson here. I'm going to try and narrow in on something specific to the investigation.
What happens to the silver from the smelting works?
The bars are kept under lock and key in a safe place until a merchant or the blokes from the mint come and get them. Only the owner of the smelter and a handful of select people have access to them, such as the foreman of the works who checks the purity.
So that narrows down the list of suspects.
What does your job entail?
Here in the smelter, the extracted ore turns into pure silver right under our hands. Bloody miracle, right? Horse shit. It's an awful, filthy fucking graft for a few miserable groschen. If I could, I'd fuck off somewhere over the hills. But I've a family, and they don't ask me what I really want.
I like this guy. I suspect he's got no love lost for Buresh, but we'll double check before we probe any deeper.
What can you tell me about Master Buresh?
Listen, all folks like him care about is lining their purses. They don't care if we break our backs because of it. On the other hand, I don't think it's any better anywhere else.
Yeah, he's got no sympathies for Buresh, so let's cut to the chase.
Does any silver go missing from here, by any chance?
Why should I talk to you about such things? How can I know it's not a trap?
Honestly, I think you could just pay him 200 groschen and he'd tell you everything you want to know, but I'm going to try appealing to his working class sensibilities.
Look, I know my way around silver mining. I'm conducting an expert investigation. Justice is blind. If someone's bypassing the production process just to stuff their purse, they're hurting more than just the king. Especially you, the grafters, the yackers and smelters. And that pisses me off, because I'm actually one of you.
Right. I reckon you could be. Listen up then. It's Volkmar. He's the head smelter. He's worked with us for years. Recently, he bought stables here in Grund out of the blue. The entire stables. Where do you think he got the money? It's all very suspicious because he's the one with the best access to the finished silver bars. If you want to find out where the silver keeps going missing, go to him. I'll bet you he knows a thing or two about it. But be careful and keep a weapon close. People like him can be vicious.
Thank you.
Result. Oh, hang on a minute. Why is the "you are wanted by the authorities" icon just appeared next to the compass? Oh, shit.
Are you deaf? Yield!
Easy now! I surrender!
I've got it in for you, scum. You've been loitering around where you shouldn't have. And I've received reports of things going missing. Don't think we're idiots. You've been accused of theft. You'll pay a fine. And if I don't find those things on you, you'll pay for them too.
I may or may not have helped myself to a few items from the blacksmith's chest while I was looking around at night.
How dare you accuse me like that? Like some ordinary peasant? Do you have any idea who I am?
Oh, I apologize, my lord. I must have made a mistake. Let's just forget about this.
Don't you forget it, peasant.
You ought to be ashamed.
What? I'm a man of the people.
Greetings, friend. Good day.
30 charisma is great. Okay, anyway. So the head smelter. Apparently he's come into enough money to be able to buy an entire fucking stable. Yeah, not exactly discreet. Volkmar. He doesn't sound like the sharpest tool in the box. Probably not going to be too difficult to wring a confession out of, because look at where he's invested his ill-gotten gains. He's been thieving a cut of the silver at the smelting works, and he's used it to buy the stable at the smelting works. He didn't even have the sense to invest his cash somewhere that wasn't directly connected with the place he was thieving it from. I mean, way to make it obvious. You could have at least, I don't know, maybe bought the stable in Troskowitz, somewhere where you're not actually thieving the silver from. Oh my god. So this is his stable, is it? What are his horses like? Hello, Bill. Bill's a bit shit. Well, I mean, he's not that bad. It's just that most horses are a bit shit compared to mine, Pisek Lad. Best horse available for sale in Kuttenberg. I've only ever seen one horse better than Pisek Lad in this game, and that one wasn't for sale. Alright, at least he's not, you know, splurging it on some really, really expensive horses. Oh no, he is! This is a 3,000 groschen horse. Oh my god. Alright, so this Volkmar guy is a fucking idiot. Let's have a word. Where is he? He's over that way somewhere. Okay, it's a low fence, I can get over there. So this is the search area. Yeah, there he is, I think. Is that him? Yeah, that's him.
Are you Volkmar?
I'm not.
Horseshit. I know these stables are yours.
You must be the snoop who's sticking his nose in everything.
I beg your pardon?
Well. Don't think we don't know you've been snooping around. We've had our eyes on you ever since you came to Grund. Fortunately, Master Buresh warned me about you in time. Your investigation ends. Right here and now.
You shouldn't have stuck your nose in here, pal. Grund is ours.
Take him down!
Alright, couple of things. First, thank you for confirming that Buresh is in on this. Second, I'm not exactly dressed for combat, but there is another way to deal with this.
Have you gone insane? You want to attack a nobleman? I suppose you have no idea who's behind me. You won't avoid punishment.
You're really a nobleman? But that's... Oi! Where are you cowards running to? You're a dead man.
That's evened the odds up a bit. I much prefer 1-on-1 to 4-on-1. Fuck you, comrade. Right, Volkmar, you basically just as good as confessed. So now your ass belongs to me.
Now, spill the beans. You're responsible for stealing the king's silver?
Not me. It's Buresh. If I didn't play along with him, I'd lose my job. All my life. It's true. As Volkmar is my name, I swear on everything that's holy.
And now he's throwing Buresh under the bus.
Take it from the beginning.
As head smelter, I test the quality of the silver that's been smelted every day. I have unrestricted access to it. One day, Buresh came to me and said he had an offer for me. He said if I accepted, he'd make me rich. He gave me his man to assist me. I'd take some of the king's silver bars and add them to Buresh's yield. The books were cooked, so no one found out anything. Everything was going well, and Buresh was happy. A few weeks later, he sent me to the mines. I was supposed to make a deal with the new foreman, Fett, and pay him off. In the end, I had to force him to cooperate, just like Buresh forced me. Oh, with threats.
Why didn't Buresh take the silver himself? Why did he need you?
The Mint Master's men watch over the transport of the King's silver. They take turns. Buresh had it all figured out.
Yeah, this is great, but I need Vavak.
Moving on, where does the unreported silver go?
There are mined-out shafts near Old Kutna, where nobody ever goes. Buresh has a secret mint in one of them.
Huh.
They counterfeit coins in there.
Yeah, I suppose so. But what they actually do there, I've no idea. I've never been there. Buresh only told me about the mint a while ago. He wanted to send me there for some reason, so he drew me a map.
Well, I reckon you don't need that map anymore.
Did Buresh ever mention that Mint Master Vavak was involved in it?
Not in front of me. Maybe his guard, Little Neri, knew something. But you won't be able to ask him anything anymore.
Let me guess, he had an accident.
Give me the map.
Yeah, if you take the road to Old Kutna, you'll reach the place where the abandoned shafts are. The entrance to the mint is somewhere around there. Look here. Can I ask you a question? Why are you doing this anyway?
Honestly, I've run out of side quests.
I'm convinced Mint Master Vavak is somehow involved in the whole affair. I'm looking for proof.
No, I can't help you there. I never heard Buresh say nothing about Vavak. Well, now you have the map, and since I told you everything, will you let me go? Please? I know I wanted to, you know, but I was just scared is all. Please let me go, please. Stables be damned, just let me go.
Yeah, go on, fuck off, I don't care.
All right, you can go.
Thank you. I'll never forget this. I'll go to Kuttenberg and get fixed up there somehow. And if we meet again, I'll make it up to you. I swear, you're a good, merciful man. God be with you.
Honestly, I don't give a fuck. Stay here, keep your stable. I don't give a shit. Vavak's the one I'm after. And the evidence all seems to point to the abandoned silver mines near Old Kutna, where apparently Buresh is counterfeiting silver coins. Hopefully, for the Royal Mint Master, Vavak. I mean, it's certainly possible that Buresh is just doing all this on his own initiative. He's certainly got the resources as head of the smelting works to finance this kind of operation. But I don't know, I've just got this feeling that Vavak is involved. And the tip from Volkmar about the abandoned silver mines up by Old Kutna appears to be paying off, because somebody is definitely using this abandoned mining complex. Whoever they are, they've got the forge here up and running. And somebody has an expensive horse. Or at least a horse with an expensive saddle. So it looks like this is it. Yep. I found the secret mint. It's a bit dark in there though, isn't it? It's the old conundrum. Do I carry a torch so you lot can see what's going on? And anybody down here can see me coming from a mile away? Alright, let's see if I have... Well, that's bizarre, because I do have a Nighthawk potion, and yet everything's pitch black. Let's try that again. See if this improves matters. Wow, that's with a Nighthawk potion. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to run the risk of getting spotted, because for some reason or other I'm not actually getting the effect of the Nighthawk potion. And while I can just about manage to see my way around without the benefit of a torch, you lot wouldn't be able to see shit. So I should maybe think about switching into some combat gear, because I'll guarantee that anybody that's making their own counterfeit silver coins in an abandoned underground mine, you can guarantee they're going to have armed and armoured protection. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I can be a lot more quiet wearing my stealth gear than clanking around in full plate armour. Oh, is that somebody up ahead? No, I thought it was somebody up ahead carrying the torch. I mean, there is a torch, but it isn't. Hang on, what's this? Alright, quietly, does it?
Well, well, well.
Oh, fuck off, game.
Look who's here. I knew from the start you didn't come
I
to
was
the
being
woods for
sneaky.
nothing, but I underestimated you. An embarrassing mistake. I reckoned you wouldn't find anything, and even if you did, little Neri was supposed to get rid of you.
That must have been Volkmar's thug.
It turned out the other way round.
Congratulations. His wife and children will surely be beside themselves with joy. What to do with you now, snooper? We could come to a reasonable agreement, or underground, no one will hear you scream.
I need to try to get him to turn on Vavik because I am not ready for a fight.
I need evidence that Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus is involved in this whole affair.
The Mint Master? That's not true. Wouldn't you rather discuss the price of your silence?
How much will you pay me?
Well, what's the price for your silence?
Ah, fuck it. Come on then.
You can't buy me, Buresh.
That's the wrong answer.
This may seem stupid, but I do actually have a plan, because I'm in a tunnel. So their numbers mean nothing. They can't flank around me. Ow, they can hit me though. Okay, this may have been a little bit stupid. But they have to come at me one at a time. And I can... maybe? Ouch, please don't do that again. Hopefully... Come on, Master Strike. There it is. And again, gotcha. Alright, I didn't fuck it up too badly. Now then, Buresh. Yeah, you're not such a big man without your hide thugs, are you? Although, ow, that really hurt. Where's my marigold decoction? Okay. And we'll be okay. I don't think I'm bleeding. No, no wounds. Just... yeah. Oh, actually. No, we'll be good. Now then, about the Royal Mint Master.
Have you had enough, Buresh?
Mercy! For Christ's sake, mercy!
Underground, no one will hear you scream.
No, please. I'll give you anything you want. Just let me live.
You know very well what I want from you.
But I really don't know anything.
Stop lying to my face. Out with the truth.
All right. The whole thing was Ulrich's idea. As soon as he became Sigismund's Mint Master, he got cocky and began to abuse his power. He grabbed anything he could get his hands on, took away mining rights from anyone who opposed him. Anyone who wanted to keep his station had to pay him a hefty fee. But that still wasn't enough for him. So he came to me one day with the idea that some of the royal silver might not reach the king at all.
Wasn't he afraid of Sigismund?
Sigismund came here for the silver. He doesn't care how it gets to him, as long as it does. He trusts the Mint Master he installed, and he's got no way of knowing something's going missing along the way. Unless someone tells him.
Well, that's the trick, isn't it, Buresh? Somebody just might.
About the evidence.
Yes?
I need some proof in my hands. Something that proves Vavak's involvement in the scheme beyond any doubt.
And I can count on you to make sure my name is never mentioned? Will you give me your word?
He's being remarkably ambitious for a man who just tried to have me killed.
You have my word. I won't blackmail you.
I'm glad to hear that. Here's the key to the chest. You'll find everything you need there. It's behind that door, in the coiner's room. The key to it is right here on the table. You'd better not talk to the coiners. They're an odd bunch.
Is that all?
Aye. Everything.
But I don't give a fuck about Buresh.
I'm sure you have something else. I don't know what, but I have a hunch.
I really don't have anything else. I'll be on my way. I won't say it was nice to meet you, because that wouldn't be true. I hope we never see each other again.
Well, it was worth a try.
Likewise.
I'm actually kind of lucky that that was so far at least, the only conversation check that I've failed. Because imagine if I'd failed a conversation check when Volkmar's thugs were trying to shake me down back at the stables, and I'd had to fight all four of them while being unarmoured. And that, I mean, I don't even know what the result of passing that conversation check with Buresh would have been. Maybe a bit of extra cash, but clearly nothing that's going to end the story here and now. So, I'm looking for a chest in the coiner's room. Where's that? Wait, is that? Okay. Is this it? Give me a key for it. Alright, yeah.
A few more sheets.
So this is where they actually mint the coins. So where's this evidence against Vavak that Buresh promised? There it is! Secret mint ledgers. Oh! Gunpowder recipes. Which apparently I already know. I'll take the schnapps too. Jackpot!
We didn't end up that badly.
Buresh did warn me not to speak with the coiners, but... Oh, fuck it, I don't care about the coiners. They're just working. It's not like they're the mastermind of the operation.
Brother, it's clean as a whistle.
I'm just going to leave them
Even
be.
if it stinks.
So, back to Christian. Oh, and look at the brightness. Yeah, now that I don't need it, the Nighthawk potion starts working. Yeah, fuck you very much, game. Right, anyway, Christian, we have our evidence.
I got the evidence against Mintmaster Vavak.
Really? Let me see.
Here. His handwritten records of the whole scheme.
Oh, in his own handwriting, that sucks, doesn't it?
There are names, amounts paid, mines, smelting works, yields. I'll be damned. This is perfect, Henry. This could wipe him out for good. Where did you find this?
Vavak had a secret mint where coins were minted from the silver they stole. That's where he kept the books.
He obviously had it all worked out to the last detail. Remarkable. Did you have any trouble getting it?
You could say that. I mean, it wasn't fucking easy, no.
The owner of the smelting works, Buresh, tried to stop me. Luckily, he was reasonable and we made a deal.
What deal?
I let him go in exchange for him telling me everything.
I understand. He's clever enough to know when he's walking on thin ice. Be it as it may, I'll get in touch with Buresh and have a talk with him. The important thing is we have the accounts in our hands proving Vavak was behind everything. I'd like to see his face when he hears about this. In any case, we uncovered something big, Henry. But I'm afraid no matter what Master Buresh told you at the Mint, no one will believe us.
Well, the books will have to suffice. His name's there.
I hope so. But be that as it may, we know enough. I've been thinking it all over while you were gone. The scheme Master Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus has been running under our nose is incredibly insolent. But it's also one of the cleverest fraudulent schemes I've ever heard of. With those books in Rittard's hands, Vivak won't remain long in his post, and it's now pretty clear who will replace him. And a side income like that could prove useful to many people, if you take my meaning.
Yeah, I think I see where this is going. I mean, it's your neck. I don't need the cash, and I certainly don't need the complications.
You want to keep stealing from the king?
Oh, come on. Sigismund isn't our rightful king. The less silver he gets his paws on, the less he can pay to his Hungarian cutthroats.
Whatever, I'm just here to rescue Hans.
You're right about that.
Now, listen. Here's the plan. Everything would stay the same. Entering false figures in the books, processing the ore in the works, a secret mint, only there would be a change in management. I'll have to find replacements for Fett and Hammond in the mines. But that shouldn't be difficult. A miner jumps at coin like a dog at a bone.
What happened to Herman and Fett?
Not long after you left, Herman disappeared. They saw him on the road to Grunt, and they found Fett on the spoil tip with a broken neck.
You think it's related?
Who knows? Maybe Herman told someone you were snooping around and that Fett talked. Things like that can get you killed.
Shit.
They're both gone, and now I have to deal with it. I'll have to arrange a deal with Master Buresh, but knowing him, he won't be opposed to a reasonable agreement, and I'll take care of the coiners myself. Nothing really changes for you. You can blackmail Vivak all you want, but keep your tongue tied about the whole scheme. I've got a little something here for you, as a bonus. So, what do you say? All you have to do is nod.
Fine, whatever. I mean, I don't want him coming after me because I know too much, so fine.
Excellent. You won't regret it, but don't forget. You can blackmail Vivak with the evidence all you want, but leave the path of silver to me. Here's your secret records and copies of the books from the mines and the smelting works for comparison.
Thank you.
No, thank you. It was a pleasure working with you, Henry. I wish you the best of luck. Maybe we'll see each other again. And give my regards to Sir Kunzling. It'll be a great weight off his chest.
You know what it is? Greed makes people so fucking stupid. Let's just examine the evidence here. I have just uncovered and unmasked the biggest silver stealing and coin counterfeiting operation in all of Bohemia, and it took me about a day to do it. And then the person who sent me to do it wants to continue doing it because it's such a genius scheme, nobody's ever going to find out. I can't help but feel like Christian wasn't paying attention. But whatever, it's his neck on the chopping block, not mine. And it will be his neck on the chopping block if Sigismund finds out. I am kind of worried that I'm the only person who knows the details of the operation that doesn't actually have a vested interest in ensuring that the operation continues, but, well, that's a worry for another day. But the important thing is, I now have the leverage against the Royal Mint Master to enlist the aid of the Ruthard family, because their ancestral home is the place where Hans is currently being held prisoner, and I'm going to need their help to get him out. All of that coming up in the next episode. In the meantime, I hope you're all having a fantastic weekend. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.